I like you so much. I'm gonna write you a check right now.
Oh my God.
That, by the way, is a first on Shark Tank.
This historical moment is an entrepreneur's dream, but what Shelly didn't know at the time was that it would become her worst nightmare. Getting onto Shark Tank is like hitting the jackpot. Tens of thousands apply every season, very few ever make it in front of the sharks, and even fewer walk out with a deal. But Shelly Ehler was able to beat the odds, and she didn't just get a handshake, she got a check right there on national television. It felt like her life was about to change forever, and after what she'd been through, she deserved a win. Shelly and her husband lost their home in the middle of the recession, and with 2 young boys and very little money, they were drowning. Then one day at a water park, the struggle of changing her sons out of their wet clothes led to her cutting a hole in a towel, and that hole would lead to the opportunity of a lifetime. Shelly was one of the thousands that applied to be on season 3 of Shark Tank, and to her surprise, she was one of the few that were selected to pitch.
And I have to say, I kicked ass. I did pretty good.
As a matter of fact, she did so well that Lori Greiner pulled a move that no one saw coming when Shelly pitched the
ShowNo Towel. They can wear it like a poncho, and they can change without anyone seeing them.
Seeking $50,000 for 25% of her business, she only had $15,000 in sales.
Pretty well a nothing burger, to be honest with you.
But
3 of the sharks were fighting over me. One of them said,
I see a lot of potential. And to me, that potential is worth more than $50,000. So I'll offer you $75,000 for 25%.
One of them said,
I'm gonna match his $75,000, but for only 20%.
and the last one said,
I like you so much.
that I'm actually gonna give you exactly what you want, and I'm gonna write you a check right now. She wrote me a check, ripped it out, handed it to me. And here I am being handed a check for $50,000.
You're letting a woman with a slit in a towel suck you in. We've got kids watching this show. This is an outrage.
I could not believe it. It was a true miracle in my life, especially at a time when I needed it most.
You have a towel with a slit in it that somebody's willing to offer you $75,000 for. Don't screw it up.
I'm gonna go with Lori.
Shelly accepted Lori's final offer, then celebrated with her family, believing she had just secured their future. But once the cameras stopped rolling, reality hit. Lori reached out to Shelly the very next day, but nothing could have prepared her for what Lori was about to say.
My new shark partner called and she said, Shelly, don't cash that check. I don't know how we want to set up the business, how we're going to structure things. And I was never able to cash that check, and I never received the investment. I was devastated.
Lori did help Shelly to get ShowNo into Disney, but the magic was short-lived as they never reordered, and Shelly decided to throw in the towel in 2015. After a brief relaunch in 2018, she shut ShowNo down for good 2 years later. Shelly admitted that she used to curse Lori for kicking her to the curb, but over time she learned to thank her because she still learned a lot from Lori, even if it didn't have anything to do with business. Shelly's Shark Tank dream didn't go the way she wanted, but she was able to pivot into a new career as a certified clinical hypnotherapist and life coach.